Hey YouTubers, this is Old John. Today I'm going to make a video of my attempt to replace some rotting molding on this door that I'm showing you. This is in my garage. Just for information, this is where my solar panels come in. My portable solar panels go into this inverter and then go into the house and use primarily for my refrigerator. This is ductwork coming through the wall going into my power panel where I can run my generator and power quite a bit of my house with my generator, which sits here. 5550 watt generator, Briggs & Stratton. I have 3-car garage here, my wife's Prius. Anyway, this door is on the east side of the garage and is subject to rain, and the ground outside is a little flat. There is a slope to the concrete, but somehow water has managed to wick into the bottom of this molding. This is a screen door I made out of wood from my solar panels, the crate they came on. I'll leave links for all these if you're interested in these other videos, or you can go to my playlist. I'll open this door. Okay, so you can see the concrete's fairly close to the bottom of the threshold, and it does slope this way, but I think it's the rainwater is getting a little bit slowed down. Plus, there's very little eave over it, so the rain can hit this side pretty profusely when it's coming from the east. At any rate, the brick molding here is really rotted. I've been breaking off pieces as I prepare to replace it, and normally you have probably about a 4-inch piece here, but I have 2x6 walls, so normally you have one wide piece, but since this is 2x6, they put this piece and this piece. And I went to Home Depot, and they now have, this is called brick molding. This is called your brick molding. And they now have this made out of PVC. So I'm going to replace this with PVC. The prices are getting competitive with wood, and a lot of builders are using PVC. Especially in this case because it's going to withstand the moisture. So then I have some leftover trim. This is oak trim piece, and this will replace this piece here. And then I'll probably take another one of these and then trim it, rip it to fit here. There are only a couple videos online on YouTube how to do this, and I'll leave links to them, but it's not a real simple process. You have to first start off with taking the weather stripping loose, and in my case it's hitting my threshold here, so I'm trying to take this threshold off, and it's held down by these 4 screws. I managed to loosen them all except this one, and it wants to strip on me. So I want to take this off to make sure there's no water damage or anything underneath yet. So I'm in the process of trying to get this loose. Then I will pull this back. I've already marked the line here, and you can't really see it, where I want to cut. And I'm just using a simple square and just marked it with a pencil. Because all of this is bad, and if I cut this up and find even more damage, I'll have to go up even higher. So I'll continue trying to take the threshold off. Okay, I wasn't able to get this bolt loose. I put some compound on this to try to loosen it. Didn't work. I was able to get these two loose, so then I could lift the threshold up, and then I was able to get the weather stripping loose. So now I'm ready to try to cut approximately. I'm going to cut approximately here, and I'm going to be using this oscillating tool, which I borrowed from my neighbor. It's a great tool for making horizontal cuts. It has a blade on it that's almost like a hacksaw blade, and I'll turn it on here. And it goes sideways to sideways, and it's great for making horizontal cuts. So that's what I'll do next. Okay, so I took my miter saw. And you can use a hacksaw or wood chisel or whatever you want, but I basically just described a line across here where I want to cut, so I have something to go by, and this will hopefully help me stay in line on my cut. Okay, I'll show you how to cut. I'm using one hand on this, so for you who don't like this, don't complain. Okay, I went ahead and cut around here too. Just use my scribe here. Went over and marked. Getting close to breaking it free. Okay, I'm going to use this wood chisel to finish this up with. You put the flat part where you want it to be straight. So I'll put it in there and then hammer it. Okay, I was able to get it off. Got a little piece here I need to break off. Okay, now I'm cutting the other pieces. Okay, I think I'm through. It's being held on by a nail, maybe. Okay, it's off. So one more piece to go. Okay, you have to be careful here because this lip is overlapping here, and I've already cut this underlying board a little bit, so I have to be careful in my cutting here. Okay, I'm going to try to, I think I'm through. but something's still holding it, so we're going to try to loosen the bottom, the caulking. Okay, that board extends quite a ways. Okay, these are still connected some way, so I'm going to try to cut along here and free this from here. So we'll have to glue this piece back on here maybe. And there's the nails I was hitting right there. Okay, so that's step one of this video, cutting the boards. Part two, I'll put the new ones on.